Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need. Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need.
Come on. I'm live by the street code. Gotta get the money and the power, land it like a free throw. Now I'm going beast mode. Gotta live for the moment. I'ma tell you how the beat goes. Don't shoot back. I'm really sick of you hoes. This how the story gon' go. Me and my niggas go hard. I run the streets like a god. Strap on my boots while I'm smoking that gas. I'm in a fast car going fast. On a level that you can't pass. And if it was a battle, you won't finish last. On as a queen, still handle her business. I am the grittiest. Don't get it twisted. Come down just to empty my clip. Come on, get what I want. If you got it, I get it. You bitches can't stop what I finish. Never gonna lose. We stay winning. Hope on this is up in the building. Come on.
But I know that there's more for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, oh my Lord. Didn't it rain, children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, oh my Lord. Didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
Yeah. Hey, it's Caliber, baby. Hook on this exclusive. It's time, sir. Let's get it. War. We want the throne. Go hard, go home. We want it all. Y'all ain't ready for this. 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 Let's go. Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. That boss made me go there. 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 Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. That boss made me go there. 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 Came back to the game, cause I'm losing my patience. I ain't worried about nothing, man. Sitting around something, man, the time getting wasted. Slow it down for you hitters. Nah, let me break it down for you hitters. My flow so deep, man, it weigh about 4-5 pounds on you hitters. I'm here to stay. I'ma hit on my business. Now runners in the building and I'm bringing that heat, man. God is my witness. I'ma shut it on down, and I'ma make the speakers bleed. And all the game really missing down the street. Got on record for my city, I'm record for my crew. Take the crown of your play around, ripping in the mic that I choose. I stay kicking that paper, got a lot of haters, I take ya. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, cause I'm on another level of the trap breathe. Let's go! War, we want the throne. We want it all. Y'all ain't ready for this, 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 y'all ain't ready for this. How about a round of applause? Yeah, I ain't really saying nothing, make you hold the microphone, man, put it on pause. Yeah, let the chick go harder than y'all. Y'all gonna make it embarrassing y'all, and they gon' say what it is, man, you know she go hard. Gotta get that paper, get that money, gon' fall. I swear I'm about to win it. When they play back in the bass drop, in the club rock, and they gon' know this is hip-hop. Already know that I won't stop, till I reach the level that I'm on top. On 100 degrees, if you got that money, man, put it on me. This my pit game, it's so dangerous. I finish a hit, who wanna come for me? I ain't playing around with you, boy. When I hit the stage, I make noise. I'ma be around for a century. Yeah, you heard of me. Might win the crown, it's a victory. Make waves, I'm coming. Corner where the still hundreds.
We want to go home. We want it all. Y'all ain't ready for this. 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 Let's go. Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. I'm about to make me go there. 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 Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. Drop it down. Let me see you do that work. I'm about to make me go there. About to make me go there. About to make me go there. About to make me go there.
I'm really all about my money. Don't get it twisted, I'm still from the hood. And I look good. Yeah, I'm about my business, got a stack up in the briefcase. When it come to getting in, no, I don't wait. Cause I've been on the grind and I don't need no help. I'm so high, man, I sign myself. She's down on DC, go hard. Waiting on for the stripes and them stars. On another planet, I'm gone. Just call me right, cause y'all wrong. I blast off to another place, to another space. So some of y'all caught that with it. You tell y'all haters keep running your mouth. Gunning over top the mic, I'm finished.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Get the fucking nigga in there.
Meadow Rose, come here. Girl, you know that I want it. I know you get lonely, and that's why you call me. You know that I'm coming. You know that I want it. You're making me horny. Wanna know how it tastes, baby? Can't wait, cause this shit sound like black boots, show the secret grinding. Attitude, but I got you, baby. We gon' keep the thing winding. All night, can't stop you, baby. No, I ain't with the fake shit. What's the 411 is, baby? Stop acting brand new. Girl, tell me what must I do? So tell me, what must I say?
Check. Yo, Black Boots.
Show the secret grinding, and I want your body.
Check 2, 1, 1. Let's go.
I know you get rowdy, yeah. Wanna know how it tastes, baby? Can't wait, cause this shit sound like Black Boots, show the secret grinding. Attitude, but I got you, baby. You gon' keep the thing running. All night, can't stop you, baby. No, I ain't with the fake shit. What the 411 is, baby? It's all in for you. Just tell me what must I do? Yeah. You should come to
Let's go.
This shit sound like Black Boots, show the secret grinding.
Black
shit. Black folks trying to see grinding. Oh, lady. This shit feel like grinding.
Shout out to everybody that's out here. Dream Team in full effect. Dream Team business. It's Dream Team business. Shout out to everybody that's there. I want to say shout out to everybody that's here as well. Thank you for joining in. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with the Dream Team. Now, I got 2 questions to ask. Can y'all hear perfectly today? Is there a lot of popping? That's all I want to know. Is there popping, and can you hear perfectly what's going on today? Is there any popping, like, or can y'all hear exactly what's going on? Can y'all hear what's going on, or is it any popping? This side. No, this side. Hey, Miss Banks, how you doing? Mama Love, pretty lady, thank you. I'm good. No popping. It's all right. Cool. Because today's live is not for the good at heart. And the reason why I say that is because I've been asked some questions. And what I'm going to ask is, can people kind of, reserve the right of sending me things while I'm on live? Especially through my Facebook, because I'm about to use my Facebook account. So I understand that people was looking to do business with me or whatever, but actually, can you hold off for a second? Because what I'm doing is I'm about to show some things that I need to show to support the live that I'm doing, and to support the things that I've been talking about over a while. So shout out to everybody that's here. If you want to support the channel, hit the box at the bottom. If you're on YouTube with the $sign in, it's called the super chat. If you love the content, if you like the content, then go ahead and hit the super chat. Anywhere else, you can hit me at $OfficialDanaJay. Also, don't forget to join the Patreon. My mods will be putting my Cash App and my Patreon up momentarily throughout the live, as well as my X account. Come join me, man. Let's have fun on these different platforms. Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of things that, we can call these places. A lot of things that we can call these places. But it is what it is. I just specifically said, stop hitting me. Excuse me. There's a lot of places that we can call these things. But what folks don't understand is that is that plainly some things are just some things. And some things just need to just cease. You know what I'm saying? Some things just need to cease. So with that being said, I'm going to, how many more do I got? 1, 2. Okay, cool. I have a lot to talk about today. One being Bishop T.D. Jakes. Another being Pastor Jamal Bryant. Another being Diddy. And another being, y'all see the title, King Jives. Y'all know the famous YouTube blogger King Jives. I do want to talk about his latest thing that he talked about as well.
So with that being said, we have a packed show today. If you're looking for me to be theatrical today, it ain't gonna happen. Not yet. Because what I want to talk about is the things that other people are scared to talk about. That's the reason why I brought out Church Boy Chronicles. But before I get into that, I do want to go here. What up, Demetrius? What up, Ashley? What up, Lexington? What up, Jams? I do want to say this. Before y'all do anything else, go over to Chris Terry. I'm making sure I got it right. Chris Terry, 20. Hold on, make sure I got it right. Because I don't want to send y'all to the wrong place. I got so much on my mind. Go to Chris Terry 2010. Chris Terry 2010, right? Like, share, subscribe his channel. And what I need y'all to do is every video that he has, which is hot, I need you to like, share, subscribe it. Then after you do that, I need you to tell your friends that, look, it's this hot guy from front of Dream Team. I need y'all to go like, share, subscribe his joint. Hey, Ashley, I need you to like, share, subscribe his joint. Then go tell his friends. I need Chris Terry to get 1,000 followers in 24 hours. Can we do that, y'all? Can we get Chris Terry 1,000 subscribers in 24 hours? Can we do that? I think it's possible that we can do that. Because if everybody go and like, share, subscribe, and then have their friends like, share, subscribe, then we good. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to drop some content, and I'm gonna drop some content over here on YouTube, and then I'm gonna head over to TikTok and I'm gonna do a review. So yeah, I'm gonna do a review. So let's jump onto it, man. First things first. Let's jump on. Let's jump on. First things first, we want to talk about. Let's see how we gonna do this. Because people done got mad at me for this, but I don't care. So first things first.
The meditations of my heart.
We got Jake's. This is the after effects of what happened. So check this out.
Be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength, my redeemer. Let them go in peace. Back up. The meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength, my redeemer. Let them go in peace. So that was the after effects, right? But this is what happened before. Check this out.
I want y'all to hear this. This is what happened, and before he did that. So hold on. So what happened was, you know, him and Sarita Jakes allegedly was going back and forth, and they was allegedly praising God, and you know, allegedly they was praising God, and you know, it was some things going on, and at the end of the day, Pastor Jamal Bryant put in there that, you know, he's one of the leaders for the gospel today. Well, when you look up gospel is a word of praise, a song of praise. Now, I've never known TD Jakes to be a singer or a musician. So when I posted, he just got his karma. Folks got mad at me and was like, "No, Dana, you don't do that." I got one question. How am I supposed to feel sorry for somebody who I only met one time, and that's at a funeral of Bishop Robert Evans in Baltimore when it was at the Palladium? How am I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to feel for somebody who I don't know, that I only met one time, that have charges or accusations worse than somebody I know, that y'all same people went and destroyed, y'all went and destroyed the person I know reputation. And y'all didn't have no sympathy for that person. That person I'm speaking of is Robert Sylvester Kelly. Y'all didn't have no sympathy for him. So y'all want me to have sympathy for somebody that neither one of us know, but was said that he was taking booties at Diddy parties. Make it make sense. And it's not the world that's coming at me. It's the church or the church folks. Let's put it there. I had one church pastor come to me and say, "You know what? I've known you since we was young. I respect you. This and this and this and this and this and this and this." And I could only say, "You know what? I respect you back, brother." Because he was factual about it. But the problem is, the last shall be first and the first shall be last, right? God is raising up a remnant of people who's going to tell the truth. And I told y'all once before, when the truth start coming, a lot of people ain't going to be able to like it or handle it. So now, because I'm not a Jake's advocate, I'm wrong. Well, let's put the thing into perspective. Where were y'all when TD Jakes aligned with Sarita Jakes to help their daughter steal that lady baby that was going through postpartum? That's why I said, see, y'all don't want me to talk about this because I'm going to talk about stuff that people are scared to talk about. When that lady thought that they was TD Jakes and Sarita Jakes' daughter friend, and she said, look, can you watch my baby? Because I can't take care of it right now. I have postpartum. They all formed a coup to take that lady baby. And the church world didn't say nothing. That's why I can say this. I'm happy to be a member of Grace City Church. I'm glad that my overall bishop is Bishop Hezekiah Walker. I just got to keep it real. Why nobody is talking about TD Jakes being a power bottom, as they say, at Diddy's parties? And let's go here. The power bottom terminology came from the LGBTQ XYZ community. So if Jakes ain't tampering with that community, why would you be labeled by the community? Things that people don't want to talk about. I can respect you more if I know where you coming from. So when folks say, oh no, Dana, that's not right, don't do this, man, check this out. Some of these same folks, y'all kicked R. Kelly down over accusations, right? So what made TD Jakes better than R. Kelly? These are questions that I have. What make TD Jakes better than R. Kelly? One can say, oh, he swallowed. And the other one is saying, I believe I can fly. Better yet, I'm gonna let you hear Jakes.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
What?
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
So with that being said, you can't expect me to feel any kind of way about TD Jakes. I don't go to the Potter's house. I'm not under any of his ministries. I don't agree with almost nothing that that man say. So how am I wrong? The problem is people tend to feel sorry for people that's either a well-known pastor that have a lot of following and that's in the faith. And that's why the faith is sick now. Because now the church world has been infiltrated to the point where you no longer have to worry about changing your lifestyle. You can always hide behind a mantra, well, God knows my heart, or God can forgive, or God is love. So if God is love, I can get away with doing what I want to do. Really? So if that's the case, why did God destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Why did God tell Lot's wife, don't look back? Answer this question. And like I said, I'm not against the LG community. I'm against the BTQ X, Y, and Z community. And I know somebody gonna say, oh, you can't break them up like that. Why can't you? Because see, lesbian and gays, that's a spirit. If you love on them well enough, you can love that spirit out of them. But the bisexual, queer, transgender, that's a demon. And when you deal with things in the aspects of it, of what it is, then you can deal with the whole problem. And when they passed the law, Obama, when you passed the law for that whole group, you knew it was a terrorist group behind that group waiting to come. And that terrorist group is what? The sickest group of them all, pedophiles. And what did Gavin Newsom do? Pedophilia is no longer a crime. They are classifying pedophilia as a sickness. And you can't go to jail for being a pedophile now. That's California law. So when people say judgment starts at the church, we are the church. So judgment starts there first with us. Then it goes to the building. That's why I can't understand why people want to stay inside of a building 24/7. No, let's go outside of the building. Evangelize at work. Because if you're having church on Sundays, then what are you doing Monday through Saturday? You're supposed to be evangelizing. You're supposed to be winning souls for Christ, right? See, folks don't want to talk about the real things. And the real things is this. I said it once before and somebody tried to challenge me. I said, everything that happens in the world starts in the church first. Y'all think I'm lying. Watch this. And I thank King Jives for this. King Jives is also someone that's brought up in church, that has been hurt in church. He's also on an alternative side. But watch this. And have a great podcast. One of the hypest podcasts out there. I love his output. But watch this, because he goes to the workshops. But what workshops do he go to? Check this out.
I think that sounded like a yes. All right, last question.
Hello, I am Demario Jives. I am a social media personality, King Jive Show on social media. And so I'm very grateful to be here, to the panelists and everything. And so I'm sitting here and I'm listening. And I've been to a few, especially in Hillsborough County. And what saddens me the most is I don't see a lot of our Black and brown here. And we're advocating for LGBTQ rights. And it's a lot of us that are in the community that do shows, that do events and everything, and it's none of us here. Now, on my platform, I talk about a lot of religion. I talk a lot about politics, but mainly religion. And in religion, you know, we talk about God is love, Jesus is love, everything like that. But what we're getting from government that says that they're rooted in Christian values, it's not getting love at all. It's not giving Jesus at all. Now, I don't know who all believes, and that's fine, and I'm not here to pour on anybody anything, but how do we convey to them to really speak to who they are, because you're not operating in love. You're not operating in Christ. You're not operating in any of those things. But yet and still, we're fighting for the fight of this is human rights. This is freedom of speech. We can be able to act and drag and perform and just be who we are as humans. You know, at the end of the day, we're human beings. And it's like, if we can't be our humanistic selves without anything, what are we? We're fighting for women's rights. We're fighting for children, education. And on my platform, I'm doing all of those things. And I do get the backlash and everything of those natures. But it's like, how do we convey the message that this is not about, you know, just gay, but this is about a human right, a human nature. We are people at the end of the day.
Can I just address you this way, just because this is a whole nother conversation, right? But I told you I was in Birmingham, where there's a church on every corner. And the reality is Black churches must get involved in this issue. And unfortunately, you are gay and Black in this country, the biggest fight you're facing is within your church. This is a human rights issue. And we talk about the change that came in the 60s. It came through the church. So I hear you. I go to meetings too, and I look around and I think, where are all the people of color? Most of the people who died at Pulse were people of color. So starting in that community, in our own community, where we can bring those conversations to bear, I think is a good first step.
I love this, like the first of many conversations I think that we're going to have amongst each other, like today and the next day. Thank you so much to my panel. Thank you so much for.
The question is, Dana, why did you play that? I played it for 3 reasons. To show you that anything that gets promoted in the world starts in the church first. Now, let's keep it a buck. For the people that's on Facebook that want to tell the truth, I was the first one to have the multicolored hair in churches. I was shunned away. I was talked about. I was laughed at. I'm the first one that wore the body shirts with the button-down shirt. And when we get to singing and the Holy Spirit get to going, I took my overshirt off and start swinging it. I was shunned for that. Oh, you can't do that in church. You can't do that. Why? Because I'm Dana? But let's keep it real. When Ty Tribbett came, everybody was on board with it. When Kirk Franklin came, everybody was on board with it. But when Dana came with whatever choir, it was a problem. So I'm showing the people who's supposed to be standing on a mantra on the wall for God how they were infiltrated, and on top of it being infiltrated it affected everybody else. But what are we taught in church? Smile, pray about it. Jesus coming. As long as you give your tithes and your offering, Jesus coming. But somebody dropped a book about 10 years ago that says, where's Jesus when it hurt? Where's Jesus at when you don't want to go to church no more? Because you want to slap the same nigga next to you, but they keep talking about, oh, Jesus is coming, but on the internet burning you up. Where's Jesus at? So I don't want to hear anymore that, oh no, the world is bad. The world is mocking the church. And if King Jives, who I know personally, good friend of mine, if he can go to a community leader on behalf of the LGBTQ community, where the hell is the preachers at going to the government on behalf of the church? Because you see what the church is saying. I mean, you see what the community is saying. We got to get the church involved. So slowly but surely, they are introverting the church into the gayism. But you know what they're going to say? Dana, you wrong for saying that. But if Jamal come out and said, Jamal, oh, we can't do that because the gay, everybody, oh yeah, Jamal Bryant, we fought. No. No. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm not saying attack gay people. I'm not. Because technically, everybody is gay definition number one. That means you're happy. But gay definition number two is a spirit that overtaken your brethren. And if you can comfortably come to church with that spirit on you and leave the same way, your church need to be shut down. Because when you go to church, you're supposed to have conviction, right? I can't go sleep with somebody Saturday night and then get up on a church drums and play drums without repenting. And even when I repent, I just got to sit there and cry sometimes because I know I did wrong according to the scriptures of the Bible. See, folks don't want to talk about realism no more. And that's why I've been contemplating on shutting down my channels, because when the real becomes fake and the fake becomes real, I got to bail out of that. I'm learning more to not curse or cuss. I'm sorry, that's two different meanings, two different words. Because I see a lot of people don't like that. Oh no, Dana cursing. Let's not follow him. Let's take him out the algorithm because he's cursing. Dana, you can't curse. So we got to take you out the algorithm because you are cursing. And when you curse, it don't look good. So I got a question to ask. If you going to take me out the algorithm, right? Why you ain't taking none of them other folks for speaking lies out the algorithm? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. So the whole thing of the matter is, when I see people talking about, oh no, you can't talk about Jakes. Why? Jakes was doing the same thing I was doing. Probably a whole lot more. But when I was going to freak offs, I liked it. I ain't had no title, so I ain't had to hide it. But I'm about to shed some light on you. I have a problem with people aiding and abetting preachers that does wrong. And you know, some preachers say, well, you can't judge a pastor. It's a difference between judging and holding them accountable. So if I can't hold somebody that I'm cool with, somebody that I'm rocking with, somebody I go sit up under, if I can't hold you accountable and not judge you without you thinking I'm judging you, that means you can't hold me accountable for a damn thing. That means I can do whatever I want up in your face and you can't say nothing to me. See how it works? When you have rampant spirits running around, they get in their feelings. Oh no, you talking about me, you judging me. No, I ain't judging. It's a difference. And later on the show, you're going to see where I hold a preacher accountable. Especially when that preacher have all the tools at his disposal. But check this out. I'm going to show this video. This is a video of my boy Richard Lorenzo. He exposes the corrupt churches in Atlanta. So check this out.
First of all, you live in Atlanta.
Is that only in Atlanta?
No, stick with me here. Stick with me.
Okay.
We're talking about principalities now. In Alaska, they're known for suicide. It's a principality of suicide in that region. Now, people commit suicide all over the world.
Right.
But in Alaska, they're known for suicide. Chicago, what they known for?
Killing.
They kill everywhere. Why is Chicago known for that? Haiti, what they known for?
Witchcraft.
They do it everywhere. Why is Haiti and New Orleans known for that? Atlanta, what they known for?
LGBTQ.
They do it everywhere. Why is it only known for
Shout
that
out
in
to Harley.
Atlanta? It's a principality.
Shout out to Harley
that has
Initiative.
overtaken the region with that specific sin. Even though they do it everywhere, it is more inflamed here.
Facts.
It's an inflammation of it here. With that being said, it's crept into your churches. That's why you see it. Now, the LGBTQ community loves community. They love to congregate. So once they can find a hub to congregate in, they're going to do that. And once they feel welcomed and accepted and they don't have to change, they can come as they are. Now they're having orgies in your churches. And the reason why you don't feel comfortable is because a lot of these people are doing this behind the scenes. And then they try to preach to you and you're like, why do I feel so uncomfortable? And you don't realize it's the Holy Ghost trying to warn you, but you somewhere dicking somebody down too. So you ain't really no different from the LGBTQ. And now you can't really hear, even though the Holy Spirit is trying to take you away from a wolf in sheep clothing.
Facts.
So you live in a city that has a principality of that sin. It's overtaken Atlanta. It's overtaking your churches, your pastors, your prophets, your women and men. They're both in homosexual relationships, lesbian relationships.
Whew, there you go. She preaching.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So a lot of that is really just a reiteration of what was just said here when we talk about principality. You know, we in the city of Atlanta. Harley Initiated Studios is here in Atlanta. Matter of fact, drop your city in the chat. Right. I want to see where you guys are located.
But it's real. We got. I mean, we've had. I mean, at this point, 100 men that we spoke to, and you know, getting a list of their problems, and having sex with both men and women is an issue.
Yeah. And you talk about. I mean, even a well known. I grew up in Lithonia, Georgia. Here, one of the biggest churches in Lithonia is New Birth, currently being pastored by Pastor Jamal Bryant.
Yeah.
Prior to his ownership, it was Bishop Eddie Long.
And that was, man.
Bishop Eddie Long was one of the most famous pastors in the world.
He was the
at
East
the time.
Side. He, I mean, but just the culture.
Yes.
So much black culture came out of Newark at that time.
Right. And it was known that Bishop Eddie Long ended up being found out that he was having relationships with young boys. I'm not sure if they were in the church or just locally in the city. I don't know the details of it. But
I believe some at some point were active in the church.
We talk about this. That's what she's describing.
Right.
Because what happens is the churches can get infiltrated with these spirits as well. To all my soldiers, we are knee deep in spiritual warfare, and Hardly Initiated has created some additional armor for the fight. The Fight the Flesh bracelet is a stylish reminder to. What does that mean in these principalities? Are the churches typically also corrupted as well? Is that linked to why this has gone? The principality has gotten as wild as it has. Is that typically a sign of corrupt churches in the region?
Yes, sir. So Revelation chapter 2, it talks about the 7 churches. If you read about them, only 2 out of the 7 churches were actually, doing the right thing. The other 5, the Lord Jesus, he commends them and then he rebukes them. And he says, if you don't repent, I'm going to take your lampstand from you. So what's the lampstand? That's the presence of God. That's God's glory. That's his mark that this is his church. So what happens is God gives chances. God is very patient. He's patient with all of us, not just churches. The church is a representation of even us. He's patient with the backsliders. He's patient. Doesn't matter if you're a pastor or not. He's patient. But then it gets to a certain point. If you read the Old Testament to the New, You know, you see Ezekiel, after time went by, he had to go rebuke him and let him know, like, hey, this is all going to happen to you. All the prophets of the old, even Apostle Paul, he would kick people out and said, like, they went back to the world. So, you know, we gave them on to Satan for the destruction of their flesh. So like, it's biblical that there gets to a certain point, and only God knows that period, where it's just, they become reprobate. The Bible talks about that in the book of Romans, which is like debased. Like, he gives you over to your own iniquity. Like, oh, you want that? I'm trying to help you. I love you. I'm sending these prophets. I'm sending these men of God. And then the minute that happens, that lampstand gets removed. And now you have the big church, 40,000, whatever it is. It says church on it. You know, you have the church culture, you have the tradition, you have the lights, which nothing wrong with the big church lights, whatever. Praise God. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now the Holy Spirit's not in there. His presence ain't in there. And then it just becomes what the Bible says, a synagogue of Satan. So now Satan flips it. Think about it. If you're the devil, do you want that to be called the synagogue of Satan? No. You want it to be called whatever church. Okay, cool. Right. And now people are going, you got these people that really trying to seek God. They're coming into these churches, and now they're being imparted into this culture of, it's okay to fornicate, live your best life. It's okay to smoke your dope, live your best life. Oh, you could keep vaping. Oh, don't worry about none of that. You can be gay and you could be a Christian. It's okay. And now they're thinking this is Jesus. Mm-hmm. And the Bible says that many will give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils in the last days. Many false prophets will rise. A false prophet is simply someone who points someone away from Jesus.
Facts.
So now they're teaching and they're preaching. They're empowering their sin. Now they're working for the devil. Now it's no longer about Jesus. Now they're working for the devil. And the people in the congregation, they want the same thing. So now it becomes a congregation of what the Bible calls tares. And the Bible says the wheat and tares have to grow together to a certain point, and then they're going to get separated.
Yeah.
So this actually has to happen. It's actually God's judgment.
Whew. You know, it's when I'm thinking.
So with that being said, I truly have a question. And I'm going to use New Birth. So if Eddie Long had a spirit of homosexuality on him, and the spirits go where you go, does that mean when he passed, the spirits left New Birth because they have a new pastor? Or did those spirits go get some of their friends to bring into New Birth? That's a question that I gotta go research, because I don't even have an answer to that. I'm just saying, it's just something for y'all to think about. You know what I mean? Just something for you to think about. I just wanted to give y'all something to think about, just so the next time y'all sit up and want to start, going in, then go in. But make sure you go in the right way. So, I got that out the way. Let's talk about this Diddy case. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams to resign before Eric Adams. Diddy cases goes to trial, right? So it says the federal prosecutor who has overseen the cases involving the conviction of Senator Robert Menendez and Sam Bankman-Fried and the ongoing prosecutions of Mayor Eric Adams and rap artist Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, along with many other cases, is announcing his intention to resign as U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, effective 11:59 p.m. on December the 13th. Damian Williams said following his anticipated resignation, Ed Kim, currently his deputy, will take over the office as acting U.S. Attorney. Today is a bittersweet day for me, as I announce my resignation as United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York. Williams said in a statement, "It is bitter in the sense that I am leaving my dream job, leading an institution I love that is filled with the finest public servants in the world. It is sweet in that I am confident I am leaving at this time when the office is functioning at an incredibly high level, upholding and exceeding its already high standard of excellence, integrity, and independence. Okay? Hold on. This is my son, yo. Hold on. Jordan. Yeah, Jordan, I'm live. What's going on?
Oh, what you doing?
I'm live.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Give me.
I didn't know you was live. I was checking.
Yeah, so jump on the live. I'm gonna call you when I finish.
All right.
That's my son, man. Love my dude. So, okay, independence. President-elect Donald Trump has already announced he plans to nominate former Secretary Chair Jay Clayton for the U.S. Attorney position in the Southern District of New York. As Manhattan's top federal prosecutor, the U.S. Attorney position is one of the most high-profile in the country. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think something else is going on, but I'm gonna say this. For him to retire early, I believe, and this is just my belief. I'm not saying it's factual. I'm not saying it's truth, but this is my belief. I believe that Clive Davis and the other elites have put some money in this man's pocket. And what we're going to see is that the next time Diddy go to court for bail, he's going to get a bond. Because the longer Diddy is in jail, Clive is in trouble. Clive cannot afford to be in trouble. Because when you book Diddy, you're going to book Clive. Because a lot of stuff that Diddy learned came from Clive. And when Diddy opened his mouth, a lot of the power is going to fall. Which I think it's wrong. Because if you did the crime, you got to do the time. And we have a man that's sitting in jail behind allegations. But y'all want to fight for a man that have stuff on videotape that's coming out amongst the world. And you got people that want to turn a blind eye and say, I don't believe he did it. I don't know if that's him on that tape. But when it comes to R. Kelly, we heard that he was this. We heard the people in the community say he was this. So you lock a man up over hearsay. But you want to release a man over video say. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, there was a video of R. Kelly and this 16-year-old. Hold on. Since you want to go there, I'm the wrong one to go there with. So I'll go there with you. How can R. Kelly mold disappear and reappear on a video? Make it make sense. Even some of the so-called brotherhood said, you know what? I believe the government. I ain't dealing with this no more. But then when they feel as though Rob about to come home, oh no, we can forgive. If God can forgive me, I can forgive my brother. That nigga wasn't never your brother. It's folks that I can't stand right now, who may be close to me. But if you ain't do nothing to me in that worst way, then you don't got to worry about me coming back at you in the worst way. You don't got to worry about that. But if you did something to me in that worst way, you best to believe I'm going to get my get back. And I don't care how long it takes. That's the problem. If you don't get it right with me, you need to worry about me if you did something to me. That part, Mr. Lieber. They don't give R. Kelly that same energy. Facts. And I'm going to tell you why. Nobody really give a damn about him. which makes him feel like he got to treat people any kind of way. It's a revolving sickness. And the people that care about him, he don't know how to place that. So he treat everybody the same way, which is wrong. That's why I said what I said a long time ago. I ain't gonna play with this situation. I ain't gonna get no more. Listen, I'm not gonna do it. So when you got people that want to say, oh yeah, I fight for R. Kelly, just sit back and watch them. Like I do. I sit back and watch. I won't say nothing. And that's why I say a lot of things you got to understand is so much more bigger than what you think. This election was way bigger than some, y'all just don't want to follow a female president. Who cares about gender? I said it once and I say it again. Under Trump, there's a minimum, of children that went missing. Under the Biden administration, there's over 39 million kids gone. I might have inflated that number, but it's about that. Kids are gone. And how are these kids leaving? Oh, they being sex trafficked. Okay, so how they getting sex trafficking? Well, you know, if you live in a city that's a hub, they'll come and take them from out the city, out the school, and this and this. True. But while you out there blaming the city and the streets, why don't you stop and turn around and look at the court? Oh, y'all don't want to do that. Why? Because mom and them got to go get child support, right? So what if I tell you 3 things that are facts? 1, child support is not for the child. 2, child support don't give a damn about the family. 3, child support is unconstitutional. Well, Dana. Well, Dana, if you're going to say that, then how are the deadbeat fathers, because that's what they say, how the deadbeat fathers supposed to take care of my child? But let me enlighten you. Ignorance is no defense in court. So while you pushed out that child, you went through 10 months of carrying a baby. No, I'm sorry, 10 months of carrying an offspring. But I see you, Mr. Lieber. And you went 10 months of carrying an offspring. You went through damn near 18 to 48 hours pushing out the little watermelon. You did all that. You spent all them hours doing that, and you take 5 minutes to give away everything that you have brought into life. Well, Dana, I don't know what you're talking about. Dana, that don't make sense. Hold on. Have it ever dawned on you? And this go for the women that have multiple kids, because that means you committed the same offense multiple times. Have it ever dawned on you that as soon as you push that watermelon alien out, they come and give you a clipboard and say, sign this? And when you say, oh, I got to read it. No. Just sign the highlighted parts. That's all you need. And everything seemed normal. But then you got to wait 2 weeks
to get a social security card. You got to wait 2 weeks to get a birth certificate. And it ain't clicking your head. You never signed for a birth certificate. So why are they giving you something that you never signed for? So they can have domain over you. But the process is still not done while you're in the hospital. Ask yourself this question. Have it ever dawned on you that after you have the watermelon alien, they mention the placenta to you one time and never mention it again? Why? Sit back and ask yourself why. Well, shit, I tell you. Because whoever owns the placenta owns the offspring. And when they want you to leave, they don't mention the placenta because you already, oh, you got your bundle of joy. Oh, you got your bundle of joy. You in all this medicine. You in all this pain. You just want to get your offspring home. And as soon as you leave the hospital doors, they say, this is your baby. And then they say, welcome to parenthood. Ask yourself this question. What is a parent? But y'all quick to say, oh, I'm a parent. You are not a parent. Not unless you just dumb. You're either a mother or a father. You are not a parent. This is where legal ease come in at. And Tiffany, and I ain't get to the deadbeat mothers yet. And the reason why I ain't get there is because it's so much harder to do to a woman what women do to men. You need so much more to prove to the courts. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they flipping the script and saying, you know what? Men going to follow women because they want to get what the woman have. So if we flip the role and give the woman most of the power, then guess what? The men going to fall in line. And what happens? A woman to get a notice? Oh, you got to go to child support. A woman to go along with it. Oh, I just need daycare vouchers. Well, we got to put the daddy on child support. Okay, well, you could just put him on child support and then he'll pay it. And then the dad be like, well, if that's what happens, then I'll take care of my child. Huh? Instead of women saying, no. Y'all the government. Y'all supposed to get us to us. So I need daycare vouchers, but I don't want to put my child's father on child support. That's for the fathers that do. Now, for the fathers that don't do, y'all don't want to know my observation of it. Because I ain't going to have none of my homeboys in here. But I think if fathers just outright refuse to take care of their offspring, I think they should be castrated. Because there's no need to keep bringing in, or you know what, or if not castrated, given some type of hormone blocker to the point where they can't reciprocate or replenish the earth. I think they shouldn't be able to have kids anymore. Because if you're not going to do for yours, right? Then what's the point? Why keep populating the earth and you ain't trying to stand in the gap for them? See how that works? When enough of us stand up and say, this game's over, they can't play on the game board no more. But you got too many of us running down there and saying, oh, I'm going to take you child support. And the number one thing they tell you, if you go to child support, if you get taken to child support, they'll lock you up if you don't pay. Wrong. You can go anywhere in the United States and nobody is in jail behind child support. Prove to me that I'm wrong. And that's in federal court. Nobody has ever been locked up for child support. And I know what some folks gonna say, Dana ain't telling the truth. I got a homeboy, I got a brother, I got a cousin, I got a daddy, I got an uncle that's locked up for child support. No, you went down there on child support. Y'all went down there on child support, but you really got locked up for breaking the contract that you agreed to. That's what they really locked you up for, because child support is civil. You can't go to jail on civil court, on civil accounts. Think. So we're going to jump into this next story. I've led y'all all the way into it, but we're going to jump into this next two stories. As you know, my boy Tyrese. So this lady say Tyrese makes over $275,000 per month. So what is his? But he doesn't want to pay $50K in child support. That's right. He don't have to. What's he doing with his money? That's his money. That's his business. He doing what he got to do. Tyrese Gibson's ex-wife, Samantha Lee, cries out. That's her problem. Tyrese has refused to pay child support, saying that I can give our child to him. If the $3,500 he has been given me isn't enough. Let me ask this question. I have women in the chat, right? Which one of y'all ladies would love to get $3,500 nonstop from your dad, from your child's dad? Fellas, who wouldn't want $3,500 a month from your child's mom? No problem. Just $3,500 a month. That's only for you. And that's only for you to probably wake up your offspring probably two weeks out the month. Make sure food is in the house. Because the dad does everything else. Right? So hold on. WD, I'm live. All right. So then she says, he has been giving me isn't enough. That man is very stingy, and I'm going to deal with him. He can go on social media and cry all he wants, but I do not feel sorry for him at all. Tyrese makes at least $275,000 per month, and I asked for just $50,000 per month in child support, and he doesn't want to give it. I'm going to make sure he's kept behind bars if he doesn't start paying me $50,000 in child support. Samantha Lee. So the person said, child support is now based on how much the man makes and not what the child needs. Essay blogger. Now I'm lost. The baby is 2. What do the baby need with $50,000 a month? If the dad pays for the nanny, he pays for the school, he pays for the insurance for the offspring, he pays for everything for the school, he pays the offspring clothes. What do you need $50,000 for? We all know that's for you. And here's what I say. If you can't take care of that child and keep the lifestyle going, you need to give the child to either whichever one, the mother or the father, can maintain that lifestyle for that child. I believe there's a new rule, but it need to be in place. If one mother or father cannot maintain the lifestyle that offspring is used to having while they both together, whichever one can maintain that lifestyle, that's who that child need to be with primarily most of the time. Teresa, thank you. She signed a prenup. Samantha is asking for spousal support and child support altogether. Spousal support she will not get. She got struck down in court for spousal support. Spousal support. So what she's trying to do is she's trying to add spousal support on top of child support. But I'm going to be honest, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I don't think I'm going to do this segment. I'm going to cut this segment out. I don't want to do this because I don't need deadbeats running to my channel saying that, but that's all we got to do is study DanaJay, and DanaJay going to tell us how to beat the system. No, hell no. So what I'm going to say is child support is unconstitutional for 3 reasons. And I'm just going to tell you this. They separate the judicial powers. And I'm going to leave it there. You can't be judge, jury, and executioner all at once. That's what makes it unconstitutional. And it's on the books that is unconstitutional, not just in Georgia, but in Minnesota. So I think Samantha is not being realistic. I think Samantha was only with Tyrese for the just like Al Pacino paying $30,000 a month. That's crazy. That's absurd. And once again, when Tyrese realized that he can't go to jail and for not paying child support, you can't go to jail for that. You go to jail for breaking the contract that you agreed to pay the child support. But I guarantee you this. If they ever told you that your due process was violated and you wouldn't sign that paper. Because what if they say, well, Mr. Jackson, you in child support. If you don't pay child support, your license will be taken. If you don't pay child support, you will go to jail. If you don't pay child support, then whenever we feel like it, we can just garnish your wages. So I need you to sign this agreeing to that. Ask yourself this question. How many fathers is going to go to a child support office after getting told their due process rights of what can happen to them if they sign that paper? You know how many people going to get up and walk out and say, I ain't doing that. They're going to get up and walk out. Last but not least, and we're going to look at this video concerning Jamal Bryant. Lord have mercy. Only thing I'm going to tell you is be prepared for the lies that you're going to hear. Check this out.
Jamal Harrison Bryant. Is that Pastor Bryant from Perth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So were you able to make contact with Mr. Bryant?
I did reach out. I wasn't able to reach him directly, though. But I sent him an email. I sent him the Zoom information. I tried calling his cell. It didn't go. It went straight to voicemail.
All right, let's proceed.
Okay. So, Your Honor, by way of background, again, as I mentioned this morning, this is a review and modification. We are modifying a consent judge. prior order entered by this court in November 2016. That order was civil action file number 16-CV-1613. And just to kind of give you a full picture.
Teresa said the lies from the lawyer or the judge. Well, from the lawyer, the judge, and the pastor. Check it out.
As to why we're here, our office filed our petition on July 8th, 2024. We sent the packet and our agency recommendation out to both parties on July 25th. At that time, both parties.
How did we, you're saying someone asked for a modification?
Yes, Your Honor. The custodial parent, Ms. Odom, requested a modification of that 16-CV-1613 case number.
Okay.
And so we did the review and modification process. We got information from both parties. We made our recommendation. We sent our recommendation out to both parties on July 25th, 2024. So
what's up,
at that time, and it says in the pleadings that both parties have 30 days to file an objection.
What's going on, Gib?
We did not hear from Ms. Odom by way of the other state until the 29th of August, which was past the objection period. At that time, someone at the case manager did give them erroneous information and said that she still could file an objection. So as a courtesy, that's why we went ahead and set the hearing date. But we were waiting for the court dates, and because it was getting close to the end of the year, when he contacted me stating that he would be out of the country, but he wasn't objecting, we still wanted to proceed so as to not prolong the matter any longer. So, you know, just that's kind of giving you the full picture as to kind of how we're here. Yes, she filed an objection. She filed it after the deadline, though, and technically it shouldn't have moved forward. But because of the error in our office, that's why we went ahead and still proceeded once we got your November court date.
Okay.
So as for the objection itself, you know, just big picture, and I'll let her speak directly to the court. But based upon the objection that she filed, there are no issues that we as the child support agency can remedy. They weren't about the finances or the limited scope that the Division of Child Support Services could really do anything about. That's part one. But part two is the child support worksheet, and I can pull both of them up when you the child support worksheet up if you want to after she speaks. Stated one number, and because there is an upward deviation from the prior case, the 16-CV-1613, Mr. Bryant was in agreement to keep that same upward deviation. So instead of the child support amount decreasing, it's still the higher amount, if that makes sense.
No, sit.
Okay. So I'm gonna just, the worksheet, would it be easier for me to pull up the worksheet, or do you want me to just tell you the numbers?
You can pull up the worksheet, maybe look at
Okay,
it.
yeah.
What?
The Jamal Harrison Bryant, is that Pastor Bryant
Yes.
from Perth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So he's out of the country because he was recently married, I saw. Is that it?
No, he actually, it was a previously scheduled church with the trip. That's the information that he presented when he received the notice of hearing.
Okay. Does he have he doesn't have an attorney, and no one is present here. And but your position is what you were okay with him not.
Hold on. Jamal said this is a church trip. This is his wedding. Oh my God, bro. Oh no.
Being here.
Since he wasn't objecting, I told him that we would move forward. We'd present to the court moving forward. Since he's not objecting to the recommendation or to the upward deviation, then we would move forward. If the court wanted us to continue it or reset it, we would
No.
do so. Okay.
No, I mean, no, he got notice and he chose not to be here. That's his issue.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of bothered that he's not here because he did not have notice. He did not have the excuse of the court. The court did not relieve him. And so he actually should be here. And the fact that he isn't here actually is that's a warrant. He should be issued a warrant, should be issued for him not being present, to be honest with you. Because it's not right. He has to be here. But let's hear what you got to say.
So the presumptive child support amount was $2,096.41. Like I stated, he still was in agreement to the upward deviation. So our agency recommendation was $2,350 per month.
I don't see it still.
So the presumptive child support amount was $2,096.41. The upward deviation was $254, which brought it to the $2,350, which was our agency recommendation.
Okay, and so Miss Odom, what is your issue with the worksheet as it's presented?
Sure. So this worksheet was presented after I lost my job, and not only that, all this evidence is not even true because I don't even make that much. That's number one. And then number two, my son has autism. We just found that out as well. And as much as trouble, it's his behavior on the spectrum of autism. And so for the last 3 years, I've even given that to the state of Texas. The behavior has gotten so bad that I'm really coming off my job.
Pastor Bryant, I'm going to just say Mr. Bryant. Mr. Bryant doesn't reside in Georgia.
He does.
So why are you doing it then, Ms. Harris? I'm confused.
Because she is utilizing Division of Child Support Services. So I think it was 2 years ago, she got our services. So we did the consent order.
Oh, so you kept saying, okay.
Yes. So even though our actual DCSS order is a 22 CV, the underlying order is the 16
CV.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay, so the special needs of the child, you have a $254. Is it that Ms. Odom is saying that the special needs of the child is more than that $254?
Yes. I do want to interject and say she did not provide that. Everything that she provided us information for, we gave her credit for. That includes health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance, and after-school daycare.
Okay.
But Your Honor, to object to what she's saying, hold on
one moment. Okay. So what were the special needs?
So he needs to be in classrooms that are smaller than what he has. Other than that, he's always going to have a behavior issue. And this is a recent issue.
Swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to the court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
All right. So tell me what's happened.
From the beginning, or
no, for the issues dealing with the deviation.
Sure. So I lost my job in July, and I've been in the system with Georgia and Texas since 2020, which is the pandemic. I have tried to ask them
Why Texas? When I just went back, when I looked at
yeah, so I had to move. Yeah, I've moved 4 times because he has bothered me. So in Georgia, when my address was on there, they took hinges off my door. They have moved someone in across the way. These are his friends. So I had to move to Florida with my grandmother. When I moved to Florida with my grandmother, then he sent his cousin there. I had to move from Texas. I had to move from Florida. And then I finally went to Texas. I came to Texas. He vetted my residence people. They have towed my car. They have slandered my tires. I mean, I have been through the ringer with this man, and he's pretending like, oh, I'm on the stage just preaching. You're not. You are really trying to negate the fact that to meet you and to see and to say, hey, this is my truth. And I need more money now because of my son. And I had lost my job. Now, mind you, I just got a new job. All this is new information. They don't want to talk to me. Every time I talk to Texas, they say, oh, well, Georgia has 90 days to respond. Then when I'll have no days to respond, it's always, well, Georgia laws are this. I mean, they have taken me through the ringer for 4 years, Judge. 4 years, and I'm finally seeing you now.
Okay, so I want to make sure I understand. Right now, where do you live?
I live in Texas, Dallas, Texas.
Okay. You mentioned that at one point, I'm assuming you were in Baltimore because it looks like the original.
No, I was never in Baltimore. No, I was in Georgia. I was never in Baltimore.
You never in Baltimore? Okay.
No, I never lived there. No.
Okay.
I always lived in Georgia. When we opened up the case, it was in Georgia.
So your relationship was in Georgia, or was it in somewhere else? Where was the relationship?
Georgia.
Okay. So the relationship was in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And then you filed for what? Paternity?
Paternity.
In Georgia. In 2016.
Yes.
Okay. And then it looks like at some point you guys must have come to some resolution, because I don't remember hearing this case.
Okay, remember we had the two attorneys. My attorney turned on me, went to his side, and I was trying to tell you at the day of the closing, I said, I don't agree. And you was like, it's too late. They already signed it. My attorney actually sued me for $15,000 that you awarded him for in Fulton County instead of in DeKalb County. I had to challenge his bar association, and he dropped the case because Jamal did not pay him the $15,000 like he said, because Jamal wanted this case to go the way he wanted it to go.
No, I don't know what you're talking about with regard to attorney's fees. I'm looking at this file. The last thing that I had to do with this file was in 2000. The last filing was a notice of dismissal that might be unless that was some type of contempt. I have you filing a notice of voluntary dismissal in November.
No, that wasn't me. Oh no.
Yeah.
I've been challenged in this case for a long time.
No, this is you. This is it's notice of voluntary dismissal, but it may be, let me see what it might be. It might be on a contempt. Let's see. Did you file a contempt against him?
Lately, I haven't filed anything. The only thing I can say, I've been responding to Georgia when I've in there. Now,
no, ma'am. You filed this. October 3rd, 2017, motion for contempt and sanction.
That's because that was the attorney that turned on me. Yes, that's why that is the way it is, because he turned on me and he sued me for $15,000. They play games with your court.
So this $15,000 is dealing with. You said
you awarded my attorney $15,000, and my attorney said at the end, when everything was said and done, and you ruled out on it, you said, and I told you, I said, I don't agree. And Jamal was actually on the phone. He didn't even come to your court. And I said, I would never agree to him being on the phone in the court. And then all of a sudden, when I seen the decree of what you signed because of the attorneys, it was sealed. It was all kind of things. And then that man turned on me and he sued me for $15,000 that you awarded him for. And I challenged his bar license.
No, that's not true. I would not have sealed. I may have sealed his finances, but I would not have sealed. No, I don't do that. No, ma'am.
Somebody's lying.
All I'm saying is sealed. Our case is sealed, and it's been sealed. They sealed it. And the only reason why I'm here is because I had to go through child support court because of attorneys.
Somebody got caught.
I'm sorry.
I don't seal baby cases. No, ma'am. I don't. What I sealed was their finances. the financial information, the court hereby, there was an emergency motion to seal, and I ordered to compel the motion to discovery and exhibits thereto shall be sealed. Not the case, just those exhibits relating to your finances and also your final, but not the whole case. This case is not sealed. It is a public viewed case. But I did, and if it did get completely sealed, that's not what the order says. The clerk of court is hereby ordered to seal plaintiff's July 8, 2016 motion to compel discovery. I did not seal this case. I don't seal cases like that. No, ma'am, that's not me. Okay. So this case right here was the clerk may have misinterpreted and sealed the whole file, but that was not my order. My order was I was trying to seal the finances so that no one would know exactly what Pastor Bryant made because of, just kind of circumstances and the fact that he was a pastor of a mega church in Baltimore at the time. Now, I know currently he's at New Birth, but at the time it was a mega church in Baltimore, and that was the issue that the attorney
Empowerment Temple is not a mega church.
And I have done that. And I do that for a lot of people who have high income finances that might
big church, but it's not a mega church.
Various things. I might seal the finances, but I don't seal cases generally with regard to children. Like if something happens, somebody doesn't want the case to be known to the public. No, I don't do that. There has to be a real reason for that. Generally, a safety reason for that. But I'm not going to seal it simply because someone is saying that they don't want anyone to know about their personal issues. No, I don't do that. So I'm not saying that the case is not filed, but I'm saying that it's not sealed, but that is not what my order tells the clerk to do. It may have been misinterpreted that way and it got sealed. But even when I look at it, it doesn't have the seal marks on it, even from my side, but I'm not sure. Okay, because
it didn't have it on my side either.
It's sealed on your side?
No, it was not. The only thing that was sealed on our side was the child support worksheet and addendum.
Yes, ma'am. Everything else, this is not a sealed case. I just want to make sure we get that straight first. And what was the second thing you said you think I did? Because that doesn't sound like me. Tell me what else you said I think I did.
No, I didn't say anything else you said you did. You're saying that I filed a content and then I unfiled it, and I never did that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you
did. You did it, Miss Harris.
What I'm saying is the attorney shiced me.
I'm not saying the attorney shiced you. I don't know about that. I'm telling you these things are in your name with the same signature that I'm looking at from one page.
They could have copied it. They could have did anything. I didn't do that because I've been trying to get extra funds first when I first did this was about him not paying on time.
Before you deny it, let's see it, okay? Because I think you probably, because I'm looking at both the signatures from the first time you filed to the last. This is the same signature, and it was dismissed by you. But and I'm actually kind of getting away from the real issues while we're here today. But I just I went back and tried to understand what was going on in the file and what happened. But I'm going to send these. I'm going to share it with you in a minute. But no, you got rid of that contempt. Now, what this contempt is about could be related to the attorney's fees. Let me see real quick. Let me see. Jamal, contempt of court for failing to pay the above. Ms. Wistfully complied. Jamal Harris has failed and willfully refused to comply with paying plaintiff's attorney's fees in the amount of $13,500. So I indicated that he was supposed to pay your attorney's fees.
Yeah, and then the attorney that I had turned around and sued me in Fulton County is what I'm saying. And he served me at my home.
Yes.
And I had to.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't know why. Look, I don't know why you did what you did. All I know is you brought it to the court. I would have taken care of it because he is supposed to pay your attorney's fees. And as of today, he still is responsible for paying this money to you. That's what it looks like here. That whether you file that again is up to you, but you withdrew it. I don't know why you withdrew it, but you did. On the 17th, before I could order for him to pay you that money, you withdrew it. So I assume he must have paid it because that's what it says here. I'm going to show it to you because you're basically, then you're saying the attorneys forged your name on this document. Doesn't. It doesn't look like it. It looks like the same information. And it was dated October 3rd, 2017. But
he was still my attorney at that time, is what I'm saying. And then we have email going back and forth.
What I'm saying,
he's trying to sue me again.
I see that there are 2 documents that I can see now have been sealed. That's it. The whole other file is, I just double checked. The whole other file is available to the public. As far as the attorney's fees, I did not require you to pay his attorney's fees. I required him to pay your attorney's fees. When he did not pay them, you were required to tell me that, and then I would make him pay them. But before I could make him pay them, you took the case back. Now, I know your position is you don't see it. Let me ask, see if Miss Harris, see if you can pull up this case for me, and let me see it and share it so she can see what we're talking about.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so go. It's 16 CV 1613.
Okay.
And the document that she originally filed was dated on. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like I did a contempt order. Let me see. It looks like I did a contempt order. Looks like I did a June 5th contempt order.
That was for insurance, because he still doesn't have insurance card and life policy and all that.
Okay. So then you're right. So it looks like I did an order, but then you filed another contempt. This was a motion for contempt that you filed on October 13th. October 13th. Look for the one for October 13th.
Okay.
And then see if you can share it so she can see what I'm talking about.
I see the motion for contempt.
It's October 13th. Open that one.
So I have the motion. Can you see it?
Yep. Go to the bottom. Right there you go. Is that your signature?
That's my signature.
That's your address and that's your email address. And that's where the notice went. That's a motion you filed. Go up. Go to the top so she can see. That's how it looked. Motion for contempt and sanctions.
I know I wouldn't have done that because of the way it is. That is from that. I'm telling you this.
That's from the lawyer.
This is from that man.
That's from the lawyer.
He is grimy. What's his name? Bill Lester is the attorney.
Is that your signature?
That's my signature.
I don't doubt he might have helped you file it because it is set up like an attorney. But that is your signature. And if
he didn't help me file anything. He might have filed that on his own. Is what I'm telling you. He could have. I mean, I signed it because I was his client.
So you did.
No, I'm saying I have signed something, but I'm not saying I signed this. I would have never retracted it if I did it. I used to work for an attorney. I wouldn't take it back if I filed it because they were coming at me hard.
I don't know what happened. What I'm trying to tell you, whether it's you or your attorney, it's still you. Okay. So if your attorney got you to sign it and you didn't know what you were signing and you decided to sign it anyway, it's still you. So this is your motion. And after you filed that motion, before it looks like we tried to hear it because you asked me for dates. It looks like you asked twice for dates. And then before it could be set, you filed a notice of dismissal, the notice of dismissal on November 2nd.
Okay.
And then the thing is, if you didn't file the motion, then that means you never thought you had a motion for contempt. So it makes sense.
It happened in Fulton. I didn't know that I could even do it in DeKalb. When he was trying to sue me, he filed it in Fulton County.
And that might be the reason why you might have dismissed it because it was in the wrong place. That could have been it, and you filed it again in Fulton. But in DeKalb, this is what happened. So I just want
to see it. It says mine.
No, I can't see it.
It says my sharing is paused.
Okay, then let Miss Noah. Miss Noah, if you could do it, November 2nd. Yeah, all I was trying to make sure that you understood the reason why I took the time over here is because I know you seem very passionate about your matters, but I want to set the record straight with regard to what this court did or did not do. That's the only reason I'm taking the time to do this for you, because I want you to know what this court did or did not do. I did not seal anything regarding the whole of your case. I sealed some personal documents regarding your income and his. And that was only 2 documents that I sealed. Everything else is available to your case. The next thing is I did not make him pay. I did not make you pay his attorney's fees. I indicated that he was supposed to pay your attorney's fees. Now, if he didn't do it, then your attorney or you get someone else to do it, file a motion to say, hey, Mr. Bryant didn't pay his attorney's fees. And then I would come in and go, oh, Mr. Bryant, you got to pay these fees. So to the extent he has not paid your attorney's fees, you need to get an attorney, because by law, my order, he was supposed to do it. So I don't know if he's done it at this juncture or not, but I did not do the reverse. It wouldn't make sense for me to do the reverse. He makes 10 times the amount you make. There's no way I would have done that. That's all I'm doing is clear the record with regard to what this court did, because you need to understand that I'm being objective and you got to trust what I'm doing. So I'm going to make sure you understand what I'm doing. Okay. Now that we've gotten that straight, let's go back to your original case. Okay. Now tell me what it is that your son is doing that is not reflected in the child support worksheet that Ms. Harris presented. What's going on?
So I don't have insurance. I haven't had insurance since we started, and we came back to court for that. And he still doesn't have an insurance policy. You asked him to do that. You've also asked him to have a life insurance. We still don't have that.
Now, I don't want to make sure you understand one thing. There are 2 different types of matters that are happening to you right now. The first is dealing with the actual legitimation of paternity case, where I did some orders on them. Okay, those orders. Now, I got to make sure that what's translating is something that I can handle in this case, because they're 2 separate matters. And then he has to get noticed that you're complaining about the fact that he hasn't paid attorney's fees. So we can't deal with that right now, because he hasn't been noticed with the fact that he hasn't paid attorney's fees. You would have to file another motion under this 16 CV case, or you will file a whole different motion for contempt matter. Whether that is wherever he lives at now. I don't know if he lives in DeKalb or lives in Fulton. I'm not sure where he lives, but you would have to file a motion for contempt in the county where he lives relating to these things that I ruled on in 2017 or 2016. Now, if you're talking about child support, the things that they have picked up on right here, and your fact that you want a modification of child support, because you're asking the DA's office or the Department of Children's Services to do a modification of your matter. And I don't mind doing it, but I want to make sure there are certain things I can't touch. I can't touch them because they're brought under the wrong file. And also you're asking someone else to prosecute it, so they need to bring it because you're asking them to prosecute it. Okay, does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So right now we're going to do a modification of those things. It doesn't mean that if he hasn't paid, if he's supposed to do insurance and he hasn't done it, you can take that up. You can file a motion for contempt saying he has not paid, he has not put the child on insurance, and we'll take that up. But for right now, I need to know what it is that needs to go in these sheets. Okay.
Oh, sure.
All right. So tell me what it is that you want him to pay for in this modification.
Yeah, I want him to pay for the school that John has to go to now.
Oh, what school does he have to go to?
It's there's 2 I've chosen that have like insured quality of life for John as far as like autism. It's called Legacy Christian Academy.
I hate to interrupt, but is he enrolled in these? Because you provided us a school that he's currently enrolled in.
Yeah, and that school does not. They're not. That school doesn't even have the program that he needs for autism.
But you haven't enrolled him in the other one, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So he needs to be enrolled in another school so that he can get the proper education.
But we can't give you credit for that until you provide us proof that he's enrolled. So you didn't provide, the only thing you said in your objection is that you think it should be handled in Texas, and that you stated, I request this case be transferred to Texas for a thorough review and reassessment. It is imperative that the court holds the non-custodial parent accountable not only for financial obligations, but for a lack of involvement in our child's life. Ensuring the best interests of my child are met requires a comprehensive and updated evaluation, which it fails to provide. And what I'm saying is we gave you credit for everything that you provided us with, including health insurance. You provided us proof of Aetna health insurance. So we gave you credit for that on the worksheet. We gave you credit for the after-school care at the school or whatever after school that you have him currently enrolled. And we kept the upward deviation.
Yeah, this just happened last Wednesday. And I don't even know where my social worker is. Her email has bounced back, so I don't know. No one keeps up with me, so I'm here. So all this is new.
So is it your position that you want Texas to handle it?
Yeah, because nobody has done anything to him. Like right now, no one holds him in the court of law for nothing.
No, so he is
nothing. He doesn't pay on time. You have ordered him to pay on the first.
In Georgia, no. Ms. Odom,
one moment.
In Georgia, the non-custodial parents have until the end of the month to pay. He has paid on time every single month. He typically pays the first week of the month, and I can show a pay history. I can show a pay history.
I can show you my pay history. I will pull up my bank accounts.
Miss Odom, you can't. At one point, you and I were having dialogue, okay? And Miss Harris watched and listened and did not interrupt. Now she's trying to present something as well. Give her a moment as well, okay? You'll have an opportunity to be heard, okay? All right, go ahead, Ms. Harris.
This is an intergovernmental case, which means he pays Georgia. Once Georgia receives the payment, Georgia sends it to Texas or wherever you are, and then your state distributes it to you. Whenever your state distributes it to you, doesn't have anything to do with us.
That's fraud.
If he gets more than 30, if he does not pay within 30 days, if he does not pay in the entire month, that's when he's in trouble. He has paid every single month, which is why he does not have an arrears balance. So when you asked the other day, what's up with your payment? He had made his payment on November 8th. Whether or not you've received it, that's why I said you have to talk to your state, because Texas is in control of when you receive the funds.
Okay,
so I have a question. So the church is now paying Jamal Bryant's child support. Is that what I'm getting? Because he works at the church. So the church is paying the child support, right? Because the church pays Jamal. Never mind. Let me shut up. Because I don't want. Let me shut up. Let's finish.
Giving Georgia,
I'm sorry.
He's giving to Georgia timely.
Correct. Every single month he is given to Georgia timely, and it's typically between the 1st and the 8th of the month.
Okay, do you understand that, Ms. Odom, that there is a time frame from the money going from Georgia to Texas, and so there might be delay? Do you get that part?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that money laundering? This is why child support is illegal, because you money laundering from one church and from one state to the other. That's money laundering. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your position is that you feel like you're not getting the money. There are times where
I don't know.
You do not get months. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he knows that he has 30 days. So one month he may pay the next month. They're saying like, oh, he's giving $10,000. I'm like, where's the money? I don't have anything, and that's between Texas.
I will pull up the pay history, Your Honor.
Can you pull up the pay history? So we're going to take a look at it. So, Ms. Odom, what I need for you to do, I know this is hard because this is your baby and you want to make sure everything is taken care of, but you're going to have to calm down for a moment, because if you bring your passions down a little bit, you'll be a lot more objective about what we're trying to do. Okay. No one is trying to hide the ball from you. No one is trying to make sure your son suffers. We're trying to make sure we do what's right. But sometimes when you're dealing with a lot of different governmental stuff together, it doesn't come out as smoothly as it's supposed to. But I don't want you to think there's some conspiracy going on. So we're going to try to be as transparent as we can, so you can leave here feeling like you understood what was happening. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Ms. Harris.
Once again, isn't this money laundering? I mean, isn't this money laundering? But then when musicians ask the church to pay them the church have problems paying the musicians.
Harris, pull it up so you can see what we see when he pulls that money in on a monthly basis, okay? And that way you could take a look at it. And then I want you to compare it with what you get from Texas. And that way you can go to Texas and say, hey, Georgia is doing this, but you guys are doing this. And you can try to figure out where your disconnect is, okay? All right. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sorry, it trying to come out like you taught me.
Oh, I can see it.
You could, so you see the pay history?
Yep, stars.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like at least from April of 2024 until November of 2024, he looks like he paid it in the first week of each month. But I can see that in March of 2024, there was $1,400. And then, hold up.
Because the issue was he had also been overpaid. So at one point, it was coming out of his paycheck. That's where you see the W and the payment.
Time out. Have anybody so he is following exactly. That's the point I'm about to make, bro. So is anybody paying attention to how Texas ADA is trying to protect Jamal? Now, watch this. What if all ADAs tried to protect the fathers like this? Do you think it'll be a chaos in the court? But like my brother said, she went through the courts. And once again, like my brother said, she's getting hit with process fees from 2 states after she already paid for process fees in the beginning. Because truth to be told, when you pay your $50, it tells you this is the process fee. So now she's being leaked out process fees for 2 states. This is what the agency does. For every dollar, the agency get 80 cents. Now watch this. Jamal spent $2,350, right? And this is in November. He spent $2,350. If the agency get 80 cents off of every dollar, how much you think the agency got off this? And then I'm going to ask the ultimate question. How is this beneficial to the offspring if the agency gets paid first? Once again, how is this beneficial to the father or the mother if the agency gets paid first? So if he's paying $2,350, right? Take 80 cents times $2,350. Somebody put in the chat what you come up with, because I'm about to do it. I'm about to get off Temu and I'm about to do this. Hold on. $2,350 times 0.80. They get $1,880. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So they get an additional $1,880. So with the 1880 on top of the 2350, which is 80 cents. The question is, where do the $1,880 go? I'm going to tell you where it goes. It goes to the managers. It goes to the caseworkers. That's how they get their raise. And then on top of that, it go to the state. Okay, Google, stop. Stop. So
It goes to the state. That means the state and the workers are benefiting off of your pain. And that's all I wanted to show with this, because I can go for the rest of the 20 minutes. But I wanted to show that part just to show y'all that when y'all running down there thinking y'all doing something, this is what you're doing. You setting yourself up for the cliffhanger and to be yoked and dragged. Now, Jamal is going through the system because he believe in the system. Wrong move. And Jamal know better. But he believe in the system. How can you believe in a system that was never designed for you? But you sit on platforms and say, well, we need to vote for Kamala Harris. The same person that's saying, open the borders. Let's let men into women or children bathrooms. So before I get out of here, I got one question to ask you. With all that you heard today, all that you learned today, I'm going to ask yourself this question. Who is the representation of the Antichrist? Is it the pastors that were led by feelings, or is it the pastors that was led by God himself? Think about it. On that note, I'll be back soon. I'm coming. I'm working on a story right now that's going to blow YouTube away. Just bear along with me. I'm working on a story that's going to blow YouTube away. I gave myself an ETA date of next Friday. I wanted to do it this week, but I got set back on some things. Listen, and before I get out of here, I do want to tell you this, because I see everybody gone quiet. But see, I'm not here to go quiet. I'm here to, excuse me, oh God, I'm here to give you the truth. And a lot of people have been asking for it. Well, guess what? You about to get it. Court case number 1 came through on Friday at 8:30 a.m. Y'all see what it say? Y'all see what it say? Y'all see what it say? Fulton County Superior Court. Uh-oh. Date 11/19/2024. Uh-oh. In the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia, daintezjackson, a plaintiff, versus who? Ronald Tumasimi and Sylvia Parks Tumasimi. Notice of January 28th, 2025. Status conference. This case has been scheduled for a status conference on the court's January 28th, 2025 civil calendar at 1:30 p.m. This matter will be heard via Zoom in courtroom 8C, located at 185 Central Avenue Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia 30303. The parties will be able to participate remotely using a Zoom link that will be emailed to counsel the week before the conference. Any party who prefers to attend the hearing in person, please advise the staff attorney at least 1 week before the hearing by email to sarah.thomas@fultoncountygeorgia.gov. The court will not be providing a court reporter. Counsel parties are responsible for providing a court reporter. If desired, any inquiries as to the status of the calendar should be directed to the staff attorney at sarah.thomas@fultoncountygeorgia.gov. Let it be so ordered. This 13th day of November, 2024, Judge Melanie Leffridge, Fulton County Superior Court, Atlanta Judicial Circuit, filed and served electronically via Odyssey, e-file, Georgia. One domino is about to fall. One domino is about to fall. With that being said, I'm locked, I'm loaded, I'm ready. So January 25th will be the first court. I'm just saying. I will be there. Hold on, watch out, bro, because your boy is getting ready to screw this country with their clothes on. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? She might owe the state money, and they gets their money before sending it to her. Now, when she says she don't owe the state anything, Mama Murray, she said she don't owe the state anything, and the state said she don't owe her, and the state said that she don't owe nothing. But it's processing fees, and every state have a different processing fee. So, if you are a blogger or a content creator, put your Rule 22 in. I ain't hiding nothing. I'm an open book. Put your Rule 22 in, and we gonna see what happens. I ain't saying that I'm gonna win, but the burden of proof is on me. And I'm gonna lay out my case very beautifully. So, hey, like I say, put your Rule 22 in. Y'all got the case and all that, the file number, all that. Put your Rule 22 in, so that way y'all can be there breaking the news. This is just case number 1. We only got 2 left. This is in Fulton County. Make it make sense. On that note, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. And I thank y'all for joining me. I see some people talking, but you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And y'all know I do this political thing. Like I say, I got faith that God is going to maneuver Donald Trump to do the right thing. Time to disrupt the establishment. Some going to like it, some not. With that being said, be someone important. Be yourself. And remember, until next time, DanaJay is just saying, don't be hypocritical in anything you do, but put God first in everything you do. Lyric, take me out of here.
See the friends all in my phone, they have no time for me. I try to let it go. Sometimes I be on my lonely. I don't like being alone. There was a time where I didn't need to cry, 'cause I had someone to help me out. And there was a time where I didn't think about you all just leave and cut me out. You said that you always gonna be there for me. You said that you care and keep me company. You said that you never try to cross me, but you did, yes you did, yeah you did. Oh, here we go, running around my head. Why you think you can't say something? Expectations weren't met up. You know that I know you're faking all alone. Why you think you can't compare when there's nothing to compare? Oh no, it's hypocritical. You're hypocritical. It's getting critical, but you're hypocritical. It's getting critical. Can't believe what I'm hearing. Already know how you feeling. Try to take a step back from the vision. Wanna make me look bad like I feel it, but I know it's sad. Say you love me, but there's no love. Smile in front of me, frown when there's no one. Can't even really trust if there's no one. And it's a shame because I thought we were cool. And I'm afraid because I'm lost without you. But I can play the game you thought I won't lose.
hypocritical. It's also critical. Oh, it's just so difficult. Hypocritical.
Chris Terry in the building. Let's go.
Fake shit, that snake shit, ho, keep that shit that way. That real shit, that real spit, ho, you ain't know that jab way. Fake shit, that snake shit, ho, keep that shit that way. Real shit, that real spit, ho, you ain't know that jab way. You ain't know, you ain't know, you ain't know. All that fake shit, that snake shit, ho, keep that shit that way.
We pull up on partners and probably pop it, so pick through your pockets. Praying got my profits, play with my people, butter pecan. We patiently waiting, spread the word, preacher man. Protected, pumped by the power of my pen. Perfected, it's possibly possible to plan. Phenomenal, pal, that's big pun. I participate in pussy, you Pokemon. Proof in the pudding, I'm pushing and pulling. Prayers you pay her, not for the players. People never went to school, but had all their papers. Only real OGs know the vibe. Pages, peep the poetry of boy whose poems are painted pretty as a portrait. Professor perpendicular lines, bars particularly pills. Send to jail for these painful petty crimes.
I don't really got time for the fake ass shit. I don't fuck with these hoes, I don't trust a bitch. Got a lot of fake shit, hate shit, snake shit. Take your ass off for your wig is split. Take your ass on, I ain't with the bullshit. When your ass get wrong, got to stop your head. Bust you in the down, a couple of bricks. Oh, you ain't know, ho, I be with the shit. I can see the dumb shit from a mile away. I don't fuck with these bitches, keep them all away. Never goddamn day, got to be about to pay. Never goddamn day, I'ma do it that way. Fuck her that way, take your ass that way. When a fake ass bitch come near right here. Allergic to your hoes, send me y'all running nose. I'ma step you with the pole, coming with that fake shit. Fake shit, that snake shit, ho, keep that shit that way. That real shit, that real spit, ho, you ain't know that jab way. Fake shit, that snake shit, ho, keep that shit that way. Real shit, that real spit, ho, you ain't know that jab way. You ain't know, you ain't know, you ain't know. All that fake shit, that snake shit, ho, keep that shit that way. That real shit, that real spit, ho, you ain't know that jab way.
Go like, share, subscribe on my brother joint. That's Chris Terry all day. Go like, share, subscribe. On that note, DanaJay up out of here. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Swimming in you, hey, little mama, said I wanna take a dip in your pool, just go look out there, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Swimming in you, hey, little mama, said I wanna take a dip in your pool, just go look out there, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.